Yes.
Or you want me to
So
wait?
no, sir. We'll start. We are already late by 5-10 minutes, so we'll start. So
Sure.
just a quick formality. Very warm welcome to all the participants, and I, Hetal Gaglani, on behalf of Datta Megi Institute of Management Studies, welcome again Dr. Sujit Maitre on day 2. This participants were really waiting for your session. I've received many messages that when the session is there, so we want to attend this session. We don't want to miss it. So, sir, I am not going to take much of the time. Over to you, sir.
Right. Hopefully, I have shared it and you can see it, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great, great. As was requested yesterday, I am moving with the full screen, right? And this was a question. So, what is on store for the day? Time value of money. Very important, very basic concept, but it goes without saying that whatever is basic, we have already started missing out on the basics, right? So let us understand what and where we are committing mistakes. And the session objective is very simple, that you should be able to apply the concept of time value of money into your day-to-day operations, may it be a personal life or the work life, right? So question from the last session, it was, will you consider your home as asset? Question mark. Answers can be yes or no, and I should be in a position to see whether you are with me or not. This is going to be the icebreaker for the day. So if we are through with the good morning messages, I want answer to this question. Will you consider your home as asset? Okay, there is Sheetal saying no. Sheetal. So I will like to know it from Sheetal. Sheetal, ma'am. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you connect and talk to the audience? Should I ask somebody else? Nishikant and Rajni, why do you think that it is asset?
Good morning, sir. Nishikant this
Morning.
side.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Morning. Yeah.
Good morning.
Can I continue or somebody else is answering?
You can start. Others will wait and they will continue after you are finished.
Okay, sir. We can consider our house, our home as an asset.
Audio is not reaching. Audio is not reaching. Anuradha is saying no for me. Anuradha, can you add?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Thing is, I'm actually residing there. So because of that, I cannot for the term that as an asset, because I'm right now using it.
Okay.
So maybe because of that, I don't consider that as.
Okay. So Dr. Raja has got a very interesting answer. He's saying that no, if I have one single house, and if I have more than one, yes. So the idea is very, very clear that if I am residing in the same house, I don't see that it is an asset for me. But if I have bought another house, definitely it can be considered as an asset. Home is an asset, as yes, one is having ownership of it and can be converted to cash if getting sold. Agreed. So I will go with Rajni's response here. Yes, it is an asset. What type of asset? It is a fixed asset, right? Fixed asset. And the question and the mental block is, normally we are not very keen in selling our home. Normally, we are not very keen in selling our own home. That is why you are saying that home does not qualify the properties of asset, because asset is something which gets converted into cash in some period of time, maybe short run, long run, but then definitely when it is there, we are waiting for it. We are waiting for that conversion sooner or later. So the mental block is that we are not inclined to sell, right? Now think about this, that if I am not selling it, I am saying it that it is not asset for me. It is not asset for me. Let us assume this way. Let me share a small incident which has influenced my life, and that incident is very, very simple, right? One of my best friends said that he is selling his house and shifting in nearby areas, right? So that this was the starting of the conversation, that I am living that area where I used to reside for so many years. And the background is that this house was purchased on home loan, taken jointly by my friend and his father. They have repaid the loan in 15 years. During the time, he lost his father and he became the decision maker of his home. Hopefully the story is clear to you. And then something happened, and then he said that I am going to sell it. What was that incident which made this gentleman think like this is that he said that the next house, similar house next to his home, right, was sold for 70 lakhs. I repeat, was sold for 70 lakhs, and he had purchased that house for 30 lakhs. Right? I repeat, he had purchased that house for 30 lakhs, my friend, and the house next to his home, similar house, similar state, was sold at 70 lakhs. And then he said that the thought came to his mind that, right, you know the Hindi word aukat?
Yes.
Yes, aukat, you know it, right? So he asked, and it was in Hindi, therefore I repeat his word. मैंने सोचा कि मेरी 70 लाख के घर में रहने की औकात है क्या? Right? Think, right? Then I will tell him what was his background. Then the straight answer came to him was no, ऐसा नहीं है, right? So what he has done is that instead of sharing that link, he started searching for the home in the range of 30-40 lakhs, and he could get it 5 kilometers away from his home. 5 kilometers away from his home, it was an area which was developing, and then he put forward this thought on the dining table. And what was that thought? That we are selling this home and we are shifting to that locality, right? What do you think must be the natural responses from his mother and the spouse?
No.
No, straightforward no. And what do you think are the reasons?
Being attached to the house.
They have
Yes.
emotional attachment with the house.
Yes. Now you take that word, underline it twice, emotional attachment. Right. The mother said that we are living here for so many years. We have got good neighbors. There are connects, right? Homely relationships, and I feel comfortable and convenient. More importantly, everything is close from here. Right? Walking distance. This was the feeling which was shared. This man was stubborn. He said that I am not asking you, I am telling you that we are shifting. I'm telling you that we are shifting. So he has done away with all the logics, all the opposition, and he said that I'm going to sell it, and he was actually able to sell it at 70 lakhs. So he went there, purchased a new home, very similar to this one, right? And the very day, the moment this transaction was completed, his cash balance was 30 lakhs plus. His cash balance was 30 lakhs plus. The immediate thing he has done is that he bought a car and appointed a driver and asked his mother that whenever you want to go to the locality to interact with those persons, neighbors, you are free. Got it? Okay. Over a period of time, his experience suggests that now the neighbors in the new place are also very good. The relationships are getting stronger, and most importantly, everything is near to his home. So this is the story of development of cities, that whenever you are ready to compromise on distances, you move and you get a place where you can live. What is the bottom line? Bottom line is that every such transaction can add 20 to 30 lakhs to your cash. Right? Yes, no. So if you are ready to do away with the mental blocks, particularly those persons who don't have the herited property, but they have made that property as your property, right? And there must be, say, if you move from 40 to 50 age group, there can be the incidences wherein you have earned your home, right? By paying all those EMIs, by compromising many things in your life, creating that asset called home, and still not using that home as asset. Hopefully the things are clear. Hopefully the things are clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let us move ahead and touch to the agenda. The sales of the firm are like this. 2019, they sold 1 lakh worth goods, 21 lakh 10,000 worth goods, and 21 1 lakh 20,000 worth goods. The question to you is this firm growing? There are 3 questions. We'll answer step by step. Is it growing?
Yes.
1 lakh to 110, 110 to 120, is it growing?
I think we cannot say from this much of data.
Okay, what data you want additionally?
Means if it is sales, if the rate of that particular, if the price of a particular item is increased and then the same sale is there.
No, you can conveniently assume that everything else is constant. Selling price is constant, raw material prices are constant, cost of production is constant, everything else is constant.
Yeah,
Looking
19
at
to
these
20
numbers. Yes?
19 to 20, there's 10% growth, but 2021 is not 10%, less than 20%. So it is
less than 10%.
Yeah, less than what it was 2019, 2020.
Is it growing?
It is growing, but not keeping up the same rate.
Growth rate is reducing, but is it growing?
Yeah, it is a company that is growing.
Okay. Now, what is the growth rate? Definitely, if you take average of these 2 years, you will clearly see that it is less than 10%, right?
Yes, sir.
Anybody who is not understanding these things, the number crunching type of thing, 1 lakh becoming 1 lakh 10,000 in 1 year means there is a growth of 10,000 rupees. 10,000 is 10% of 1 lakh, and that is why the gentleman is saying that the growth rate from 19 to 20 is 10%, but from 110 to 120 it is not. Although the amount is same 10,000, the base has changed, and therefore they are saying that it is not 10%, somewhat less than 10%. And I am saying that take average of these two. The average is not 10%, it is less than 10%, but the firm is definitely growing. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is the growth rate? Answered, it is less than 10%. Last and but important question, will you invest in this firm?
No.
No. Why not is the question. So those who are saying no, I'm asking you, why not?
There are inflation rates too. So
Okay.
money is not.
Okay. What do you think is the most important critical factor? Because you have uttered the word inflation. What is the most important factor wherein you should make decisions? What you
Sir,
should look at?
growth rate is not
Value of
increasing.
money. Value of money in current time.
Okay, value of money you will say, but see, you as an investor, I am asking you, will you invest? So you
No, it is
are different persons, right? You are different. Your situation is different. Your opportunities are different, right? Everything is different. Your earnings are different. Your existing investment avenues are different, and therefore I am asking you, right? Why not invest in this? If you say no to this, based on this information only, and because we are talking about the rate of growth, I am assuming that you have better opportunities to invest, and therefore you are saying no. Is it making sense? Is it making sense? When somebody says no to one thing, right? No to one thing, we can assume conveniently that he has got better things, better options. Yes or no? Am I reaching you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. So, do you really have the options better than this, which are giving, say, between 9 to 10% returns?
Yeah, the possibilities are there.
There is a possibility, and you want to try it out. Yes, right. So one important word we got from this particular discussion, from this particular slide, that inflation is something which we need to pay attention to, and somebody said that time value of money is also important, right? Now comes this question number 2. You have an investment opportunity costing rupees 1,000, which necessarily is an outflow out of your pocket, and the said investment is expected to last for 3 years, giving you following returns: year 1 200, year 2 400, year 3 500. All these three are inflows. Will you be making profit here, and if yes, how much? Similar question, very similar question.
In the first year, I think around 20% with, but we need to discount that amount.
No, it is a combo. You invest 1,000 now, and over 3 years you get 200, 400, 500. The investment ends, the opportunity ends. You
Yeah,
take it all together: 1,000 outflow, 200, 400, 500 inflow. Dr. Karthik wants a return rate. Meaning what? Dr. Karthik, can you ask specific question? What do you want? Return you will have to calculate. Are there any returns? Are they sufficient? And most importantly, are you making profit here? If yes, how much? And how do you calculate profit?
So we can use the NPV over here, but for that we need the inflation rate or the discounting rate.
I don't have that
check whether-
information. I have
So,
given you this
if you-
information. I want you to make decision based on this information.
No, we will not go further with this proposition, because I don't think so we're gonna make profit, because in all we are receiving 1,100 rupees. That too after
Okay.
3 years, considering the inflation, the present value of these inflows will be very less than 1,000 rupee.
Okay.
Given option between this and the previous one, I think the previous one was a better option.
Okay. Okay. So I am getting few answers that all in all you are getting 100 rupees plus, and if you go by the rules of accounting, they will say that you have made a profit of 100 rupees in 3 years. That means on 1,000, if you distribute it evenly, 33.33 rupees per year you are making profit. That is how the things are. And if I based my decisions on profit, I will definitely go for this proposal which says that you make 100 rupees profit, right? Will you be investing if this offer is made to you now? You have aptly responded me saying that I don't think that it is lucrative offer. Although it is making profit, I will not be interested in investing it, right? I will not be interested in investing into it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Net 10% increase on an investment of 1,000. I get it, Mohan Singh, Minaji. Whatever you are saying is okay. That is where we are trying to understand that some way those who are knowing it are using some different words to express that only this thing should not be considered. They want additional information, and therefore there is a lot to learn here, right? So let us move ahead. Simple, very simple question. You must have invested your money in somewhere, right? So my question to you is, how long does it take to double your money, say in bank FD? $48 months, 8 years, okay. 5 years. Vanita is saying 5 years. I'm getting range. 48 months is what? 4 years, 5 years, 7 to 8 years, 8 years, 7 years at least. Okay. Anuradha and is saying rule 69. We'll have to check it out what she is trying to say. But
I
rule
think
72.
if we apply rule 72, then we're gonna get around 14-15 years, considering the effective rate of FD is 5%.
Okay.
5 or around that, 14-15 years around that.
Okay, right. So whatever the gentleman has said, right, is it making sense to many? I don't think, if you don't belong to this background, it will not make a sense. But still, most important question is not this, that whether it is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. Will you love to double your money by investing in bank FDs, say nationalized bank FDs, which are safe? So my question is to all of them who think that, right? So Dipali is saying no. Dipali is saying no. Who else? Anybody who will like to double and actually in the process of doubling their money?
Yes, sir. Actually, with the nationalized bank, it is just not possible. I want to say,
Okay.
if you really
Okay.
want to double your money, actually, I have before this joining academics, I was in mutual fund industry. So I
Great.
think if yes, so I worked with L&T mutual fund, which is HSBC now. Soon it will be HSBC now. So
Okay.
if you really want to double your money, you need to work invest in equity any which
Okay.
way.
Okay.
Nationalized bank will never give you in any
No,
time.
no, they do.
No, but
They do, but then
you
as you
have
see
more
that
than
it takes,
decades.
it is time
More than
consuming.
decades. It's like more
Yeah.
than decades.
Right. It is more than
Yes.
decade. Okay. So time well taken that
Depend on your risk-taking capacity.
risk-taking
It
capacity.
depend on your risk-taking
Right.
capacity.
So let us zero it down that I don't want to take the risk. I want to play safe. So should I go for doubling my money? Is the question
Yeah.
now.
If you're risk averse, I think you can double
If
it.
you have some and you don't take,
Yeah. So you should do it, right? You should do it. Or Indians by definition are very fancy about this doubling. If you if you go back and look at your parents, right? They were very happy in doubling those things when the post office schemes were available, and at that time they used to double it in 5 years. At that time they used to double it in 5 years. Unfortunately, we are saying that now the things are getting doubled into 8 years. So let us move ahead and end this debate here, right? Let us see that there are two issues involved. One is gold and second is purchase of gold, right? So let us assume that a middle-aged lady, long time back means we are talking about the scene wherein the money used to get double in 5 years. Money used to get double in 5 years. So let us stick to this particular story, right? And let us try and understand what is happening and how it is happening, right? This lady had 10,000 rupees with her and she wanted to buy gold bangles. That time it was possible. This time it is not possible. But that time when money was getting doubled in 5 years, that time it was possible. So what we are trying to suggest that with 10,000 rupees, the normal story goes like this. The lady went to her jeweler, routine jeweler. She was shown some designs. She has chosen one design, right? Rejecting all others. Then the jeweler took those bangles, put in his weighing pan, and then put his finger on calculator, and his natural way of asking was that how much have you bought? Kitne paise lai ho, right? And she said that 10,000 I have bought. And then he said that the design which you have chosen is a little bit heavier. Can you choose some different design wherein you can buy two bangles with 10,000? Right now it is not possible because in 10,000 this only one bangle you can purchase. Are you interested in purchasing one bangle, or you are interested in choosing another design? Definitely she was disheartened and she said that no, I will not buy one, but I will not buy other design also. I will try next time. While she was going back, she came across a advertisement which said that get your money doubled in 5 years. It was a advertisement of a cooperative bank at that time, right? So she was unaware about all those financial transactions. She stopped her rickshaw, went to the bank saying that what is this scheme all about? He said that this is called fixed deposit. If you put your money right now, after 5 years, you will get 20,000. You will get 20,000. So what she has done is that, is it true? He said, yes, it is true. At that time, it was no Aadhaar, no PAN. She just deposited, got the receipt. She put that receipt where? Where? The place where she used to work shift, right? So day in, day out, she used to look at that receipt. After 5 years, that golden day came. She went to the bank, asked the bank manager, has it doubled? He said that, yes, show your receipt. Go to counter, collect your cash, 20,000. She went to whom? To the jeweler. What did she do there? One more time, design selection, one more time, weighing, one more time, calculator, one more time, the question, how much money you have bought? And this time she said, this time I have bought 20,000.
20,000.
Immediately, this gentleman remembered that this transaction happened 5 years back, saying that he said, अगर उस वक्त आप बैंगल खरीदते तो एक बैंगल आती थी, अब आधी भी नहीं आएगी. Now you cannot purchase half of the bangle. So what has happened in the whole story? Money got doubled and gold bangle got halved. That is into two parts. So what is the moral of this story? The moral of story is 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. As long as you are growing into a developing economy like India, it does not make any sense to double your money in traditional avenues.
Yes, because inflation factors and every other factors will be.
Yes, so we tend to forget this conveniently, and therefore we need to pay attention to something called as time value of money, right? Moral is don't do FD. Yes, a bird in hand is better. That is also agreed, right? So final punch on this, because gold is involved. Do you think gold as an investment?
Yeah.
That is the safest bet.
That is the safest bet. Gold is an investment.
Because
I agree.
yeah, gold performs even during depression.
Gold ornaments and gold things are not investment. I don't see it as an investment because there are a lot of
Okay.
different making cost and everything. But yes, gold
Okay.
ETF can be an option for long run.
Okay.
It
So
can be
you are
one of the
talking about buy gold, but don't buy jewelry.
Don't buy jewelry, don't buy anything which is, you know, you see कि अभी bangles खरीद लिया या फिर, you know, हार खरीद लिया which is a ornament. Ornamental jewelry को
मैं नहीं देखती इन्वेस्टमेंट।
Okay, आप नहीं देखती इन्वेस्टमेंट, कारण?
मेकिंग चार्जेस बहुत है सर, उसके बाद में देयर आर लॉट
Okay,
ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच इज
making charges
इन्वॉल्व।
are zero. Making charges are zero. Offer.
नहीं नहीं, बट ऑर्नामेंट्स को नहीं देखती, गोल्ड ईटीएफ्स और
Q,
इन
Q,
सबको मैं।
Q, Q, Q. Reason
आज
is same.
please।
Reason is same.
हाँ
जो home के
हाँ
वक्त था, there
वही।
is emotional attachment. Normally, we worship gold.
And never wanted to sell your sell घर की लक्ष्मी की ज्वेलरी नहीं बेचना and all
That
that।
is where you have
अभी
connected it with Goddess Lakshmi ji. You worship it, and therefore it is said that, right? I will not.
गोल्ड ईटीएफ की पूजा नहीं होती सर, इसलिए।
Yes, yes, that is what I am saying. So emotional attachment, wherever there are emotional attachment, they don't simply qualify as assets. At the most, gold can be treated as बुरे वक्त में काम में आने वाली चीज. Nothing more than that. It preserves its value. Nothing more than that. It goes with inflation. Nothing more than that. It cannot qualify as an investment. Look at the rates. There were certain periods wherein gold has delivered returns, but look at the returns delivered by gold right now. They are into negative. So definitely not the way we are looking at, right? So we should not see that this or any other investment wherein emotional attachment is involved, where you are not allowed to sell, when you are not mentally ready to sell, don't call it as asset. Call it as asset only when you are willing to liquidate it sooner or later. Right? So forget about making charges and all those things, because they are meager, right? But the thing is that we will never sell them. The very thought of selling it will make you uncomfortable, because Lakshmi ji, Stridhan, and so on and so forth, right? So let us move ahead with these stories in mind. So who ate your bangles? That word is coming. Yes, inflation. So you pay attention to inflation. Now the traditional way, right? Whenever somebody enters a class to teach this time value of money, the person comes with these two options: take rupees 100 from me today, or take rupees 100 or 101 from me after 1 year. Which option you are going to choose? 100 now or 101 from after 1 year?
100 now.
100 now. Why are the reasons? What are the reasons? Why do you say so?
Because money value, same sum value today more than value in future.
Okay.
Value of money will be decreased.
Value of money will be decreased.
100
Okay.
will become 10 after. 100 will
100?
become 10. The value of 100 will become 10 after a year.
See, if I give you rupees 100 note, and you put that 100 rupees note into your tijori vault, and take out that 100 rupees note after 1 year, it will still be 100.
Yes.
Yes, it will still be 100. And if you compare that 100 with 101 at that time, after 1 year, you will see that 101 is better than 100. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
But if you put that 100 rupees into your bank account and wait for 1 year, it will become 102 or 103 after 1 year, and then you will say that my decision to take that 100 now was correct. Is this thing understood?
Yes.
So please remember, it all depends on your situation, what options you have with the current money. If you don't have any options, go for the option which is going to give you more money in the future, because you yourself cannot generate, you yourself cannot grow your money. So better wait and let others give you that money, right? So natural comparison cannot be between 100 and 100. So if you say 100 now versus 100 after 1 year, the natural choice is 100 now. What are the reasons? Dr. S. Usha, what are the reasons? Dr. S. Usha, what are the reasons why I am saying that 100 now cannot be compared with 100 after 1 year? Okay. When your purchasing power decreases, inflation is there. So that is what we understand. So now comes the case. I'm giving you two options now. Take 100 rupees from me today or take 110 from me after 1 year. Will you choose the other option now?
Yeah, I'll take 110 the next year.
You will take 110 the next year. What do you think is the risk involved in here?
Here I know, like if I take and I invest and I don't get 10%, it's a big risk on me. But here I'm
Okay.
sure you will be giving 10% next year.
Okay. Okay. Are there any takers for 100 today? Yes. I don't know who is this Android Blue Droid. 100 today is the choice. Dr. Deepali is also saying that she will get 100 today and will invest in market for 1 year. Okay. Everybody is saying that they will take 100 today, even if I am promising you 110 after 1 year. That means everybody is confident of making this 100 more than 110 after 1 year. That is a great thing. I have a good lot here that everybody is confident that they will be able to generate more than 10 rupees over a period of 1 year, right? If that is the case, you will take. Otherwise, you will not take. I will go with the gentleman who said that it will be quite risky to make 100 to 210 after 1 year. So I want to play safe and I will choose or get 110 after 1 year. So now you know that if the numbers are increased, if I make 120 after 1 year, 130 after 1 year, the choice number 2 becomes the most obvious choice compared to the previous choices, right? So let us go to the number crunching now. And while we do it, assume that the rate of interest in the economy is 10% because it becomes simple for us, right? So all those participants who were not very comfortable with this number crunching till date, let us try and understand how do I apply the number crunching here. Rupees 100 now will become how much after 1 year if the rate of interest is 10%? I go to the chat box. 110. Okay.
110.
Now 100 now will become rupees how much after 2 years? After 2 years.
120.
120 or 121?
121.
121. Somebody said 120. So try to understand that
121.
121 because you will get interest on interest called compounding, right?
Compound interest.
Now will
Compound
become
interest
what?
we get 121.
Right. All right. So 100 now will become how much after 3 years?
133.
Calculate again.
132 point some one.
132.1.
132.1, 130. Okay, I will take those answers, but I don't know how you are calculating, right? So put it other way, if I change the language, I can always say that the present value of rupees 110 to be received after 1 year is, assuming 10% interest rate, if I say that the present value of 110 to be received after 1 year is, एक साल बाद मुझे 110 रुपए मिलने वाले हैं, उसकी आज की वैल्यू कितनी? 100. एक साल 2 साल बाद मुझे 121 रुपए मिलने वाले हैं.
Not 100, below 100. Below 100.
How?
Now itself when we purchase one product is rupees 100, next year this value will be 110, so that the value, money value decreased. We cannot purchase 100 for that product next year.
The question now is not related to purchase. It is quite possible that the price of that atom might decrease.
Okay.
We are just talking about now that rupee values. So present value will be 100, right? So 110 after 1 year becomes 100 now. 121 after 2 years become 100 now. When the interest rates are 10%. When the interest rates are 10%, right? Because with 10% interest, you can make 100 to 110 in 1 year, 100 to 121 in 2 years. Is this thing clear? Right? We are not considering what money can buy with that, right? What will happen after 1 year? What will be the price changes? We are not considering those things. We are just considering that if I have a power to convert 100 to 110 in 1 year, that simply means that if I receive 110 after 1 year, its present value is 100. Is this thing clear? Right? But the question is, what is the present value of rupees 100 if I receive it at the year end 1? 110 is what? 100. But what is the present value of rupees 100 if I receive it at the year end 1? Can you calculate? Yeah. 89 is saying Dipali, less than 100 is saying Karthik. I want exact value.
91. Around
90.9. Okay, 90.9. Okay, 90.9 I will go. But I will like to ask Dipali and who? Those who have given the answers, like Karthik is okay when he says 90.9. Dipali, why do you think that it is 89? Mohan Singh ji, okay, 91. I will take that. I will take that. Dipali, the question is, why do you think that it is 89? What calculations you have made, Dipali? Okay, I will go with that answer. $90.9. From where it has come, we will see it. Right. So let me summarize what all we have done just now. Time value of money is one of the fundamental concepts of financial management. Money has time value. A rupee today is more valuable than a rupee 1 year hence. Right. So bird in hand argument. Right. If you have it, right, it is better. It is more valuable. Right. Every now and then I was thinking about, why do you choose the current option? Because there is uncertainty involved in the other option. For example, I said that I am giving you 2 options. Take 100 rupees from me now or 110 after 1 year. Right? I am saying it right now. Situation may change in 1 year. I may differ from my option. So there is a definite risk involved in whatever I am offering, whatever business are offering, whatever the overall situation is going. So it is uncertainty everywhere. And therefore we say that bird in hand argument holds good, right? Whatever you are getting right now, take it and try to grow it. This is what is the logic is, right? Money thus has a future value and a present value. The cash inflows and outflows do not occur at the same point of time and hence are not comparable. That is what we say, that apple with apple and banana with banana. Apple with apple and banana with banana. The interest factor in terms of time value of money makes them comparable. That means we will have to bring them to one platform. We will have to bring them to one platform. So if I say I have to bring them to one platform, that simply means 100 rupees now and 110 after 1 year. I cannot compare number 100 with 110. Why so? Because number 100 belongs to the present and 110 belongs to the future 1 year hence, and therefore I cannot compare 100 with 110. If I want to compare, what I will have to do is I will have to either take 100 to next year or I will have to bring back 110 to this year. Is this understood? ये आपको समझ में आ गया मैंने क्या बोला अभी? अगर हमको 2 नंबर्स को कंपेयर करना है, if I want to compare 2 numbers, I will have to make the base same. present with present or future with present. I cannot compare present with future. Is this thing okay? Is this thing okay? Yeah. Individuals as well as business firms have preference for present money because future money involves future uncertainties. There is always a preference for present consumption. The present money can be invested to earn some interest. To earn some interest, right? Let us pay attention to this line. There is always a preference for present consumption. There is always a preference for present consumption. And let us go back to our example of home sweet home. Home sweet home, which we have purchased taking home loan, paying EMIs throughout our life, maybe 15 years, 20 years, and in some cases 25 years also, right? The whole life is dedicated for that piece of home, right? Got it? Right? So are we following this? There is always a preference for present consumption. If you look at your parents, their parents, they used to decide and build up home when they were approaching their retirement. They used to choose a city. They used to buy a plot. They used to build a house when they were about to retire. A significant change in the way we are thinking. Now we go in for that house, that asset in very early phase of our career. Have you observed this? The see difference between the older generation used to think, the old school versus new school. Are you able to understand this? Yes, you can clearly
Yes,
see
sir.
this. Yes, you can clearly see this, that this is what is happening. And if this is happening, you cannot afford to have emotional attachment to it. It was okay when your father was saying that I have bought it at the age of 55, 60 and till my end, I will stay there. I don't have any objections there. But if you are buying it between 30 to 40, you should at least try to trade it. Because the theory suggests, theory of finance suggests, there is always a preference for present consumption and you are deferring your present consumption for something which does not qualify as an asset due to your mental blocks. Understood? Is this thing understood? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now if you have already committed this mistake, taken home loan, right? Deepali want what? Repeat? Do you want me to repeat? Dr. Deepali? I suppose she wants me to repeat. Okay. Okay. I am assuming that you want me to repeat this part thing. Okay. I want you to repeat. Right. So I'm repeating this thing. There is always a preference for present consumption. This is what is the theory of time value of money says. And therefore, we choose what? The bird in hand, whatever is offered earlier, we take it. Whatever offered it earlier is take it. And now when I compare it with my home example, you will always see one thing, and that is that if I compare myself, my generation with the old generation, maybe my parents or their parents, I could see a difference there in their approach towards home, right? The older generation, the old school used to consider settlement as the issue, wherein settlement was to happen after age of say 55 to 60 when they were approaching their retirements. When they were approaching their retirements. So this is the first thing I wanted to make it. So do you see a difference between when you made their decision for making home or settlement vis-a-vis our generation, wherein we start very early in our careers, maybe between 30 to 40 years, we make that decision for our homes. So have you understood this difference? Right. So are we committing any mistake? I said this, yes, we are committing mistake because now we cannot apply the same rules, logics and emotional attachment as was applied by our forefathers, the old thought. Now you will have to trade it, the home which you are investing. Otherwise, what you are doing, you are making a huge sacrifice. Huge sacrifice. Why? Because you are delaying your present consumption. You wanted to do this, that, and you should be appreciating enough that there is an age to do something. Right? International tour now versus international tour at the age of 60. Where will you enjoy more? International tour now, because preference for present consumption. Now, at the age of 60, first thing is you don't know whether you will be there at 60. Right? Uncertainty. So look at the last paragraph. Individual as well as business firms have preference for present money because future money involves future uncertainties. Okay. But considering the inflation rate, it is wise to get a home loan. We'll come to you, Dr. Suyam Prabha. We'll come to you what you are trying to put forward. If I forget, you please raise your point, right? You are saying that, okay, somebody is worried about attendance now. Okay. So those who are interested in attendance, I think something should be done by Atal madam, right? Somebody is worried about attendance. Okay. Considering the inflation rate, it is wise to get a home loan rather than saving and constructing after 20 years, right? I beg to differ because I don't see it is a wise decision, but let us see and let us move ahead. Right. There are two techniques of incorporating time value of money. One is compounding and second is discounting. When I compound, I take present to future. When I discount, I take future or I bring back future to present. Right. So compounding, discounting can be done in annual, semi-annual, quarterly or monthly frequency. Let us move ahead quickly now just to understand what is happening. Which is better, 12% interest per year versus 1% interest per month?
It comes to the same more or less.
It appears
Both
to
are
be
same.
Both are same is the wrong answer. Move ahead.
1% per month if interest is
1%
compounded.
per month is better.
See, we were discussing till this slide only one thing, earlier the better. To get 12% per year, you will have to wait for 12 months. But when it is 1% per month, you will get every month. So you get a chance to increase.
Not your weakness. You are very good. You just want, you please explore something. You are तुम अपने लिए बहुत कम सोच रही हो. मैंने देखा.
Who is this?
तुम अपने आप को, तुम अगर 100 expect कर सकती हो, तो तुम 50 पे.
Somebody is on
50
some different track.
चलो 50 भी है तो ठीक है. नहीं, ठीक है. दीदी है अपने साथ में, उनसे बात करो, उनके साथ में explore करो. She is in a good place. She is doing for her hiring for technical.
The host can mute everyone.
The value of data analytics, business analytics, उसको
Host,
बताओ
please
जाके.
mute.
ये specialization मेरे पास available है. Talk to people.
Host, please
Talk to
mute, becomes
professionals
personal.
and do some searches. It will be
Is
a
it
good thing. Okay?
Aditi? Yeah, it was Aditi Sharma. Okay. Aditi is into some other business, right? Because she knows it. 12% interest per year versus 1% interest per month. After understanding all those discussions, still we were tempted to say that it is one and the same thing. Now you got it. Although it is easy concept, but it has to be a way of your thought process, way of your living, that every time you should be considering this, that what 1% interest per month is better than 12% interest per year, right? So let us move ahead. So these are the basic formula. Future value is nothing but present value into 1 plus r raised to power n, where r is rate of return. If it is 10%, I will write there 0.10. If it is 12%, I will write there 0.12. N is number of years, right? N is number of years. So this is how I do it. This is how I do it, right? So now we'll go and try to calculate little things, right? I will move very fast here because you know what is there, right? Now this is a role reversal. What will you do? Can you see the risk now? Can you see the risk now? Okay, right. So you are in a position to appreciate risk now, right? So I will really move fast now. You will say yes on what conditions? Already answered. You will increase interest, rate of interest, right? So same thing, yeah? Same thing. I'm moving fast. The value of money is different at different points of time due to several reasons. Number one is presence of inflation. Number two is preference of individual for current consumption over future consumption. And last but not least, the investment opportunity that make the money grow with the time, possibly without taking risk, right? This is important. Most financial transactions involve a series of cash flows. For example, if I want to make a decision on what, whether I should buy a car for myself, four-wheeler, right? Do we really do the cash flow analysis there, or you just look at how much you can spend, how much you can borrow, and what is your convenience? So do you make it as a financial decision, or you make it as a ordinary decision? Buying a car. Let us discuss on this. If you are buying a car, first thing has to be need of the car. Okay, need is subjective. Agreed. Assuming that there is a need of a car. Buying a car is a utility. Yes, I agree to it. But do you make it a financial decision, or you look at something else? You never do it in the financial management way. Whatever is suggested. Yes, it is a financial decision, but we don't make it. Do we consider the kind of kilometers you are going to run it? Do you consider the maintenance charges? Do you compare the moving petrol versus diesel prices? How do you go for petrol versus diesel car? All those things, because they are different in their cost, they are different in their running expenses, they are different in their inputs, and so on and so forth. Everything is there, but do you have numbers to do it? The answer is not. Do you make efforts to analyze it further? The answer is not. You make your choice or a decision based on certain gut feeling, certain judgments. That is where the things are. We don't go into the minutest of the details as a financial manager would like to do, right? So once you understand this, at least you will use your Excel sheets to the perfection, saying that this is what is the case is. I will request you to try it once. How do you make a decision? The decision is whether you should buy a petrol car or a diesel car. Right? After this session is over, you are free to make those things, right? Or you can give it to your class, right? This is a simple decision. I want to buy a car. Reasons I don't know. I think it is a utility for me, but which car I should buy? One is what? Petrol car. Second is a diesel car. Let us put this real life question into a classroom setting, and let us see what are the options are there, right? CNG also can be one of the options. Yes, definitely. Or the electric car which is coming into the forefront. right? Electric cars are that way costlier. So is it making sense to buy those cars, right? So I don't want answers from you. I want the process, right? And process takes time because you don't have numbers right now, right? You don't have numbers right now. Every individual is different. Every individual's home setting is different. Number of passengers are different. Number of kilometers to be traveled are different. Road conditions are different, and so on and so forth. So we need to understand what goes into prominence when you make your decision, whether it is a financial number or number crunching precedes the decision, or it is something else which is taken, right? So let us move ahead. Simple interest, 8 standard, PNR into 100. Compounding also, PNR into 100. No, it is 1 plus R raised to power n, right? So I'm moving it very fast because I am assuming that you know it. We will go to the extent wherein we are required to put this into practice. These are all formula. We can have access to net. You can Google it out. It is a routine thing, right? Let us do it. Anshul decided to invest rupees 20,000 in post office at 10% per annum. At 10% per annum for 3 years. Calculate the future value of his investment of rupees 20,000. So he's putting 20,000 rupees at 10% for 3 years. How much he will get after 3 years? I will require permission to share. There was connectivity issue here. I need permission to share.
Hetal ma'am should give you.
Yeah, Hetal madam should give me. So where is she? Hetal madam, please give me the permission to share. Okay, no voice is correct. Yeah, thank you, Hetal. Is this okay? Raised to power n is what, 3 years. So is everybody through the answer? 1.10 raised to power 3 into 20,000. Are you there? Hmm? 1.10 multiplied by 1.10 multiplied by 1.10 is equal to what? 1.131 multiplied by how much? 20,000 is how much? 26620. Anybody who is not getting it? Hello? Anybody who is not getting it? How do I know how much I am going to receive when I know the rate of interest and the duration, the timing of my investment? Okay, got it, got it, got it. No issues. Let us move ahead. Right? Rule of 72. Anybody who is not aware about it? What is rule of 72? Let me know whether the class is ignorant about these rules. Okay, you are not aware. So what we'll do is we will try a minute on this rule of 72. 72 is a magic number when you divide this number by the rate of interest which you are getting. For example, if you deposit your money into FD of a nationalized bank, suppose it is giving you say 6% rate of interest. How much? 6% rate of interest. So what you will do is you will divide this 72 by 6 and you will get answer as 12, and this 12 year is the time you will take to double your money. I repeat, rule of 72 is useful in knowing how much time it takes to double your investment. So in case of this Anshul, who has deposited
Sir,
20,000. Yeah.
sorry for interrupting, sir. So can you make the slide in full mode?
Okay. Now is it okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right. So now you can see it or not? Okay. So one more time, rule of 72 will guide us to the doubling period. If the rate of interest is 6%, it will take 12 years to double your money. What was the rate of interest in case of Anshul? In case of Anshul, what was it? Any idea? Anshul. What was the rate of interest? In case of Anshul, it was 10% per annum. So what you will do? You will divide 72 by 10. You will get answer 7.2. So you will take 7.2 years to double the money. So for 20,000 will become 40,000 in 7.2 years. So this is how you use rule of 72. Is that clear now? Is that clear? Okay. Huh. Now we move to the next rule, which is a modification of this present rule 72, right? Which says rule of 69, which was being referred in the initial discussions, right? So doubling period is nothing but this is a formula 0.35 plus 69 by K, right? So let us understand what is it, right? Anshul needs to invest his sum for 7.25 years instead of 7.2, 7 years and 3 months. If you put the things here, right? 6.9 plus 0.35. So is this thing clear? Rule of 72 and 69 will help you to identify the doubling period, and the bottom line is there is no sense in doubling if it is in the traditional avenues. Got it? But it looks safe, huh? It looks safe. अच्छा लगता है जब पैसे डबल होते हैं. यूज कुछ नहीं है, that is different thing. Okay, this I will skip. Increase frequency of this thing. Right. I will also not consider these things. Let me take you to the final thing which I wanted to put across, because that is where you use it. Right, every day you use it. This slideshow will be with you. Don't worry about it. You can use it anytime. But so all these things are annuities. Every time you receive something, so please refer to this.
But I'm going to teach them.
Okay, so this was a nice discussion which was going on in the background, but anyways, right? So this is what I want to convey, and please remember, you need to understand these calculations right now, because unless you do this, you will not be able to have number crunching in your day-to-day life, right? Suppose that you have taken a loan of rupees 10,000 from a bank at 10% rate of interest. First thing, loan is to be repaid in 5 annual installments. What should be the size of installment? I repeat, you have taken a loan 10,000 rupees at 10% interest for 5 years, and you have to repay that loan. What will be the installment? Any guidance on this? How will you think over it? How will you think over it? Anyone who will say that ये लोन को वापस कैसे करेंगे 5 annual installments में? Any idea? Assuming that you know how to do it, let us move ahead. What is the difference between question number 1 and question number 2? 5 annual installments. What should be the size of installment? This is first, this one. And what is the difference between this one and this one? Anyone who can guide the other participants to understand the difference between these two? Fast. Yeah, 5 equal installments. How do you pay normally? Do you pay into 5 annual installments, or you pay in equal installments? How do you pay? Normally you pay in 5 equal annual installments. Normally you pay in 5 equal annual installments. Is this thing clear? Is this thing clear? How do you pay? Have you heard about the word called EMI? EMI. What is the long form of EMI? Anybody in the gathering? EMI stands for
Equal monthly installment.
equated monthly installment or equal.
Equated monthly installment.
Okay.
Equated monthly installment.
Yes. So whenever you pay, it is always convenient to pay equal monthly, equal annually, equal. Why? Because ECS mandates can be clear, or amount which you put on the check is post-dated check is same, and so on and so forth. So let us first understand how do you calculate the loan to be repaid in 5 annual installments, and then we'll calculate 5 equal annual installments, right? So first thing first, everybody should understand these things. So what we'll do is we'll try to complete this table, right? So you just reproduce this table on your pen, pencil, paper, whatever you have it, right? Reproduce it, and we'll try to get to the exact number, right? Loan at the beginning is 10,000. Loan at the beginning is 10,000, yes or no? Interest at 10% on 10,000 is how much? 100 or 1,000? 1,000. Principal repayment. How much was the loan? 10,000. If you repay in 5 installments, one installment will be of
5. Divided by 5.
Yes, 2,000. So the first year installment becomes 3,000.
3,000.
What is installment? Installment is principal repayment plus interest. 2,000 plus 1,000, 3,000. What is the loan remaining at the end of the year? You have taken 10,000 as a loan, but you have paid 2,000.
8,000.
8,000. So the beginning of the next year it is 8,000. I move
8,000.
ahead. What is the interest at 10%? 800. How much I'm
800.
going to repay?
Again 2,000.
Right. So 2,000.
800. 6,000.
6,000. So I come back to the third year. It is 6,000.
6,000. 600. Sorry. 2,000. Again 2,600. 4,000.
4,000.
Again 4,000. 200.
2,000.
2,000.
2,400.
1,400.
Again 2,000.
Final.
2,000. 200.
2,000.
2,200.
2,200 and nil.
1,000.
Nil.
Right. So I have repaid the loan by paying installments. Like first year I paid 3,000, next year 2,800, next year 2,600, next year 2,400, right? Only 5 installments with 5 different amounts. 5 installments, 5 different amounts. If I make it monthly, there will be 60 different amounts in 5 years. Are you getting this? If it is
Yes,
5 years and annual payments, 5 different amounts. If it is monthly payment for 5 years, it will be 60 different amounts. 12 into 5, 60 months. Every month you are paying something different. This is not convenient. This is not
Sir,
convenient.
please, sir. Sir, please, sir.
Yes, please.
If it is monthly rest, we can get 60 different installments. Suppose if it is yearly rest, means we can get equated monthly installment.
Right. So that is what I'm trying to. This is what I'm trying to put. This is what I am trying to put forward. That the moment the period increases and the frequency increases. I'm unable to. Not connected to our class. Right? Okay, not connected to our class. I thought that somebody is asking me some question. Right. Not a big deal. Right. So now you know that installments have to be equated same across. So how do I make it same across? How do I make it same across? How do I arrive at the installment? I know installment is what? I know installment is what? Installment is principal repayment plus interest. Principal repayment plus interest. So just to cross check the logics, can I total all these installments and divide it by 5 to make it equal? I repeat, can I total these different sized installments and make it average to make it equal? Satish, she is saying, yes, you can do it. Principal amount plus interest. Yes, that is okay. I am saying that, see, year one, the installment size is different. Look at this. The installment sizes are different, 3,000, 2,800, 2,000. So I will have to keep attention while I pay, right? Instead of that, if I say that I want to give a mandate to the bank that every month, every year, it should be deducted from my account. So if I want to get one number out of this, doing away with different amounts, different year, I want one amount across 5 years. Can I total this column and average it out? This is what is the question is. Can I total this and average it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir is a wrong answer.
This is not possible, sir. Sir, this is not possible.
This
No,
is
sir.
not possible. Why?
No, sir. No, sir.
Why? The simple logic which we are using from the slide number 1 is 3,000 and 2,800 cannot be added because 3,000 belongs to year 1, 2,800 belongs to year 2, 2000. So these are not all apples. Neither they are all bananas. One is apple, second is banana, third is orange, fourth is. So you cannot add them. Although they are fruits, you cannot add them. Is this thing clear? If before adding, you will have to bring them into one single platform. Either you bring all of them to present or take everything to the future. That is the only way you can do it. That simply means you will have to discount it to bring it to the present or compound it to take it to the future. What we will adopt now is, we will say that let us pay those equal installments by using the concept of what? The concept of discounting, right? So pay attention to this. How many installments I am paying? First installment. This has to be same as second installment?
No.
Yes, I said I want equal annual installments. Now got it? What we are up to? In earlier case, all 5 different installments with different in size. Now I want them to be equal size. What is the size? I don't know. So I call it as I. Is this thing clear?
Yes.
Right. So installment is I, and I have got 5 installments. Why I am paying 5 installments? Because I have taken a loan of 10,000. Is this thing clear? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for a bank, 10,000 is?
Divided by?
It is outflow.
Outflow.
Yes. 10,000 is outflow for a bank. And in that, bank is supposed to get 5 inflows. One after every year end. Is this thing clear? At the year end 1, they will get I. Second year, I. Third year end, I. Fourth year end, I. Fifth year end, I. Is this thing clear?
Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
size of I is the same. Size of I is same. Now what banker will think? This I is different in value compared to this I? Value wise. Time value of money. Because this I is coming later. This I is coming after 5 years.
Later.
So this I and this I may appear similar to the I's, but it is not same in value. Yes, no.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So what I will do is that this banker not only wants his 10,000 back, which is called principal amount, he also want to earn 10% interest. Yes or no?
Interest.
Yes, he
Yes, sir.
wants. So how do I accommodate that into this? I will say that let me discount all these I's by 10% so that banker gets 10%. Is this thing clear? Is this thing
Yes.
clear?
Yes.
Okay. So what I will do is I will divide all these I to get its present value. So what? How do I divide it? I divided by 1 plus r raised to power n. 1.10 raised to power 1. So what will be the value of this I? It will be discounted appropriately. Likewise, I will move ahead and I will discount all those I's. So what will I get when I discount all those I's? Now, I into I divided by 1.10 raised to power 1 is what value? Anybody who can tell me? Is what value?
Present value.
Okay. So but let us understand this. When I say it is of what value, whatever is the I will be getting multiplied by
0.909.
1 divided by 1 plus 1.1 raised to power 1 is 0.909. So can you do this? Can you do this? Can you check this whether it is like that only?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So check it. In case you get a different number, we will talk about it, right? 0.826 plus I into 0.751 plus I into
0.683.
683. Okay. And finally, last I into
0.621.
0.621. Okay. Those who are still puzzled about this, you are right to ask questions right now so that you know how we have arrived at these numbers. Right. So now the banker will be happy because he is getting this much and his interest is taken care of. Right. So I move ahead saying that this equals what? I in bracket, how much? 0.909 plus 0.826 plus 0.751 plus 0.683 plus 0.621. How much?
3.791.
And this must match with what? The outflow of the banker. And therefore the installments are, what is the installment?
2638.
Right? 2638. Is it right or wrong? How do I confirm this? 2638. This must be rounded off, but then we'll go ahead with this number 2638. Is it right or wrong? How do I confirm? Only one way to confirm. Redraw the table with one change. And what is that one change? Now I know the installment. These are not different installments. What is the amount of installment? 2638. 2638. Is this thing clear? Is everybody with me?
Yes,
Is
sir.
everybody with me? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will change and what will not change, we'll check out. Only thing now is constant, that is 2638, and every year I am supposed to pay 2638. Right? This remains the same. Loan at the beginning. Because we started with the loan of 10,000 and the first year interest must be
638. First year 1,000.
say
Yes, sir,
loan is
1,000, sir.
10,000, first year 1,000,
Okay, sir.
right? And the installment is 2638. Yes, no? So
Yes.
what must be the principal repayment? If
You
total
have
you are
to deduct 2638 from the 1,000.
okay,
2638
deduct
minus
1,000
1,000.
from 26. So 1638.
No, sir.
1638.
1638. Now, if out of 10,000 you have repaid 1638, how much is remaining?
Balance. Loan at the balance end.
Loan at the end. How much? So let us check out.
10,000, 8,000.
10,000 minus
8,300.
8,362.
362.
8362, correct?
8362.
8362. So this will be
Opening
coming
balance.
here.
Opening balance.
8362. What will be the interest?
8362.
36.2. Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So out of this is same, equal, right? 2638 is going to be the installment. So what must be the principal repayment?
1801.8.
1801.8. Right? What is at the end?
8,198.2.
90?
198.2, sir.
Yes.
98.2, sir.
Okay. So I will take this here. 198.2. How much must be the interest? 8.
Sir, I think there is an error.
Error. Okay. Correct it.
So the amount loan at the end will be 6560.2.
What is being deducted from what amount?
Sir, 8362 minus 1801.8.
Okay. You want me to do it?
So 6560.2.
Okay. Sure, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
6560.2.
6396.
How much is the amount here? 656. We can round it up.
Yes.
0.02.
So what is the principal repayment for year 3?
$1982.
1982.
So what is the loan remaining at the end?
$4578.2.
So can I take 458 as interest? Rounding off?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that the calculations become easy.
To 180.
2180. Yes.
Loan at the end?
2398.
Last?
0.2. Okay.
2398. So can I take 239.8, right? So
Take it 240.
240.
240. How much?
2398.
Right? So same installment, loan at the end becomes nil. The saukar, the landlord, the banker got 10% rate of interest, and the things have become very easy. We have considered time value of money. Is this thing clear? Is this thing clear?
Sir, can you once again repeat how to
Very
get
clear,
this
sir.
value to 2638?
Okay, I will. Right. So try to understand. Right. First thing, the first condition was this I should be equal, right?
Yes.
Amount wise.
Yes, sir.
Because that is where the convenience comes into the picture, that I should be of one value, so that I need not pay attention to different values, different months or different years. Second condition was I wanted 10% return as a lender, as a banker. I wanted 10% return. Yes, no?
Yes.
So how do I incorporate that return? I will say that I will discount all those I by 10%. So every year you will see that this I is losing its value. At the end of first year, it is not 1, it is 0.909. We know by 10%, 100 becomes 90.9. Is this thing clear?
Yes, sir.
So likewise, I know that last installment which I am going to receive, its present value will be only, if I receive 100 rupees, its present value will be only 62.1. Likewise, what I have done is I have incorporated that time value of money concepts into my calculations, and I am saying now that, see, this I is coming at 2638 when I consider the individual values of all I's. Is this thing clear? I have taken I as common and I have added 0.909 plus 0.826 plus 0.751 plus 0.683 plus 0.620. It is coming out to be 3.791. Right? So I have calculated I as 10,000 divided by 2638. So what I have done is I have equated both sides, outflows with inflows. But while calculating inflows, I have taken all those inflows to the present. So I, for the first year, was taken to the present by multiplying by 909. And last I was multiplied by 0.621 to arrive at its present value. Is this thing clear?
No, sir. Here 3.79 came. I value, what is the value? How we derived this 263? That's what I'm getting at.
Okay. Simple. I have divided 10,000 by 3.791.
Okay.
This is I into, no?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the final line. Now you know how to apply the time value of money. So it is basically a play of inflows and outflows. It is a play of inflows and outflows, right? So let us understand this. Last thing I wanted to convey. Right? Always remember that time is more valuable than money. Although we don't understand the time value of money, but understand that time is more valuable than money because you have got very limited time. Right? So let us do it this way. What is your per hour salary or income? Assuming that you work for 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day. And assume that you earn, say, round figure, 1 lakh per month. Say that is your salary. Divided by 8. No. Divided by what? How many days you work?
25, 30, 25.
We'll take 30 days because nowadays you work from home. Right? So per day, with 1 lakh divided by 30, per day it is coming to be 3333, right? Doesn't look nice.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't look nice, right? Should I divide it by 8 now?
Yes, sir.
I'm dividing it. So it is approximately 500 rupees an hour you are earning.
Yeah.
If you are earning 1 lakh rupees a month. Because you are paid for Saturday, Sunday also, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. So 1 lakh makes this much, right? So let us understand. I'm not saying that only contact hours are to be, or number of lectures conducted per day is to be calculated, right? But actually you put more hours. You start early. If you want to report at 9, you start early, you wake up early. So this is a devoted time for your work life only, right? So you actually end up putting more hours to earn that salary. Plus, when you come back, are you energized enough to take care of everything at home? The answer is no. The answer is no, right? So actually you put more hours and you get less, right? So let your money work for you 24 hours, and that is where it should take. Walk towards financial freedom and let the mind be free, because every now and then, whenever we say there is an emotional attachment, you yourself are being hindrance to your own progress, wherever it is. You need to be detached, right? Money has got its value, but there are more important things in life, right, which we should enjoy in time. You cannot climb a mountain at 60. Very few can do it and enjoy it, right? So do it at right time. Value your time as well as your money, but value your time more than your money. Thank you very much. If you have got any questions, you can ask now.
Participants, the forum is open for questions. If you have any queries, you can please pose your question.
I think
Yes.
I think class is silent now.
Yes, sir. I'm Dr.
They
Slim Prabha.
Yeah.
You told me to remind you about this
Yes, yes.
home loan.
You were
session.
saying something. You were saying something. What was that?
Like what you said, no, sir. Like we save our money for some 20 years or 30 years, and then
Right.
we plan to construct a house. Okay.
Mhm.
Another scenario is that we take a home loan and we construct it. We use the house and we repay.
Right.
So you were telling that it is better to save and then construct even before.
Actually, I was saying something else, but I will take up that version also. What I was saying is that you first enjoy and then think about settlement.
Yes, we do
Are you
that.
getting me?
Yes.
You should not create an asset at the cost of your enjoyment, at the cost of your freedom. In most of the cases, worrying much about the future, you are not in a position to enjoy today also. That is what is happening when you say that all my resources and time is being devoted towards what? Towards payment of those EMIs, which is a bigger chunk of it. Yes or no? What you want is what? Stability. Comfort of home. Do you get it?
Future security also considers the next.
Future security when you are not aware about your future. Are you getting it? So what is important? Present enjoyment, being in present, mindfulness versus worrying unnecessarily about what will happen to me, who will take my care when I grow old, and so on and so forth.
So time value of money is related to this present satisfaction or
Yes,
consumption
that
of
is what I am saying. So what we are doing actually is we are worrying too much about future. Right now you are saying that inflation is supporting, or the kind of bank rates they are offering, they are supporting, right? See, most of the times whenever we make a decision, that is where I said when I was discussing the petrol versus diesel card kind of example, we are least bothered about the product which we are purchasing. For example, when you buy insurance, are you worried more about the sum assured, or you are worried, or we are considering more about the tax benefits? See, the product is there for something else, right? Number two, when you buy insurance product, are you worried about your death, or you are worried about what I will get at the age of 60? We are worried about how much return I will get, and what for you are buying a product. In case something goes wrong, the next of kin should get something out of it. They should not be financially dependent on anybody. That is the case. So unwanted incidents, if that happens, I should get a protection. Do you really worry about that protection? Are you really worried about this sum assured? No. You ask this nonsense question to the insurance guy saying that what will I get if I don't die? You're not buying the product considering that you will be alive. You are buying the product in case you die in between, there has to be a provision. So we don't consider, that is what I am trying to say. Your focus is somewhere else. Wherever you buy a house, focus is somewhere else. One more time, taxation comes into the picture, and it is a very good ploy given by our regulators. Give tax concessions to Indians and they will follow their path. Are you getting it? So have some thinking, and even if you are on the way, even if you have bought it, at least do away with that emotional attachment. You will enjoy, because now you have a real asset which will give you money. You can correct it, right? Better late than never. Got it? Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Participants, if you have any questions.
Even if they have, we'll start the next session with their questions. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for yet another excellent session. And every time you are raising our expectations from your session. So now we are more excited and eager to meet you in this third session of this day 2.
Okay, I will bring it down next session. Don't worry.
No, please don't bring it down. I mean, even I am teaching time of money, but there was so much to learn about it. And definitely one takeaway for every female is definitely not to invest in gold jewelry. This is a big takeaway because emotional things is attached with jewelry. But yes, we have to take it as a materialistic thing only. So this is the biggest learning.
Right.
So thank you so much, sir.
The most worst part, Hetal, on that gold jewelry is that you enjoy wearing that jewelry only when, or only till the moment you do not observe, or you observe another lady wearing a better and bigger one.
So true, so true.
Right. Everything goes for a sixth then, right?
Yeah. And unless and until if somebody doesn't compliment it, so we are like we have
Right.
got a wrong product.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you.
See you again in the next session.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, I hope you have filled the feedback form and the attendance as well. We'll start the next session at 12:30. So we'll take a break for 10 minutes and then we will rejoin.